So here's an interesting question. Oh, we're live?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Hello. 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 Welcome. Anyway.
I wasn't done right now, yeah. Mm-hmm. Hello, everybody. We are a little bit early today. And I'm fighting with this stand.
Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
Wiggle, wiggle. Hey! Dobry wieczór.
I wasn't ready.
Why not?
Because
Ready for what?
I was not.
Привет. Привет, beautiful people. Красивый. What's people?
No.
I cannot think of it right now. People. Good evening, beautiful people. Добрый вечер. Прекрасные люди. Прекрасный. Добрый вечер, прекрасные люди. Hey, not bad, not bad. Привет, земля. Anneesa. Уже, disappeared. Так, bistro. I think they're asking if you're home already. I really liked your trip to Canada. What a great family you have, Anneesa.
Well, we're kind of giving you a little inside scoop that I'm back.
Yeah, let's pretend she's still in Canada.
Well, keep watching our videos.
Hey, you know what's different? I'm on this side and you're on that side, and normally it's the other way around.
I know, it's really confusing.
Yeah, because I have to read those comments and they're way over there.
Okay, well, I haven't found the comments yet, so you can keep talking for a while.
Uh-oh. Hi, Alexei. Heart. Привет из Kazakhstan. Kazakhstan, there you go. Do you like living in Russia? I love it. I love living in Russia. There's a lot of things that we still have to figure out. That's always the challenge. And the main, 100%, the main challenge remains language. Language is the issue. If we knew the language, if we could read and write and speak better, I would say 90% of our problems would be eliminated.
Yes.
That's what I find is the constant battle, constant hurdle. It's a challenge.
That's not a bad thing towards anybody here.
No. I just encouraging. If you are in the West and you're still thinking of coming, figure it out, because
study.
I am a helpless baby now because I always need other people to help me out. Yes.
I don't know what's going on. I can't get on the comments. Right here.
Ni работа. What are you on, YouTube?
Yeah, I'm on the other.
Почему не работа?
You have to switch to the other side.
You mean the other side? Ah, я понял. No. Нет.
No.
Nizhny Novgorod. How do I switch it again? Switch account. Сейчас, 5 минут. Boom. Now what do?
You keep going with.
Someone sent you guys Timmy's. Yes, they did. That had to hit the spot. It was lovely.
Oh, there they are.
Now they're working.
Oh.
Well, if you shut this off, I can read them here too. I don't have a mouse though. So
you have to mute it.
Is it not muted now?
No, I just paused it for a minute.
Oh, I see. This guy?
Yeah.
Хорошо. All right, I got to run through them quick here. Hey, привет. Hey, everyone. Good evening. Hello. Wishing everyone a wonderful Sunday. Are you guys in Russia or Canada at the moment? Haven't been online for a few days. I am in Canada, and so... No, I'm not.
No, we're in Russia.
I am in Russia. And so is my lovely wife. Hello, friends. Hello from Quebec. Yandex can't translate on the fly. I have no idea, actually. welcome back home. Hello, family. Anneesa, are you back so soon?
Yes.
Our videos are still 3 weeks behind, so what you're seeing now happened 3 weeks ago.
2
weeks? No, I think we covered this earlier. Isn't it 3 weeks? 2 weeks.
I
Maybe
think it's only
weeks.
a week and a half, but he says. He says.
How many words in Russian do you know? I don't know. I didn't count. Hello to you. Heart. Greetings from Kazakhstan. Do you like living in Russia? 100%. Greetings. Blessed Palm Sunday. Rejoice, everyone. The best YouTubers. Oh, thank you, Oleg. Michael, hello from Moscow. Are you together yet? We are, right here. We're in the same room. Hello, we don't know what you're talking about. I'm sorry. Hello from Alberta. Greetings from sunny Sochi. Greetings from Brno. Moscow is watching. Everybody asking, did Anneesa come back? Yes, of course she came back. There was people suggesting she wasn't coming back. Did you know that?
No.
Some people were suggesting we were getting a divorce.
I figured that's why that's why we delayed the videos. Because I figured that's what people were going to start saying. So we delayed them until I was basically
that and for your safety, because we do get threats once in a while.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, there are people who threaten us. There's actually one in Canadian. There's one in Canada who periodically writes me an email threatening me, or if he hears that there was a drone strike in Russia or something, he's always like, haha, we almost got you, you better watch it. He even said once, we know where you live. And so anyway, people like that, there's good reason to not always tell everything.
Right, and have a delay for that purpose.
I am looking forward to you guys mastering the language. Me too. Radmila, good evening. Greetings from Montenegro. Vera, Nizhny Novgorod is watching. Kras. I don't know what that meant.
Somebody says, admitted, Anneesa, you didn't want to go back to Russia after having a good time in Canada. Actually, 2 weeks would have been long enough. I took a 3
Literally 3 days after she left here, she's like, okay, I'm ready to come home.
I was ready to go back.
I'm not kidding.
I enjoyed my time. Don't get me wrong. I enjoyed my time, but I miss my family and I miss Russia very much. I was so looking forward to being back in Russian soil.
Krasnoyarsk watches but understands nothing. I am sorry. Maybe someone who speaks English and Russian can explain how they can listen to this with translations. It is possible through Yandex, isn't it?
I thought so, but I don't know.
If someone could explain that would be great. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up, guys. We're short on some thumbs. We've got some people, but no thumbs. Who made that picture with flowers behind you? That would be
Cora, the school teacher.
That would be Corlin. Corlin teaches school. And so those flowers are for school children. Their faces, you can't see that from there, but in the center of each flower is a picture of a child. And that's a part of a school thing. Dear brothers and sisters, today is Holy Day, Palm Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Anna, have you ever been in Murom? Why does that sound familiar? Murom.
Where is it? You drove through.
Oh, yes, that's right at the beds. That's why it sounds familiar. Yes, we have. Your mother is being passed on here and there. How so, Oleg?
Not sure. My mother?
Not sure what you mean,
my
Oleg.
mother?
Maybe clarify. Wall Street, Yoshkar Ola is here. Hi, hello, have a great Palm Sunday. Whole family together again. Well, almost. Our oldest boy's still in Canada, of course. Tatiana, we'll watch tomorrow with subtitles. Anise, welcome home.
Thank you.
You have a nice Russian pronounce. Thank you very much. Spasibo большое. Anneesa, are you in Russia yet? Wow, fast.
Speed of light.
Good evening, Anneesa.
I wish the
welcome.
travel took that.
Yeah, train trip's a little long. Or plane.
Your tongue tied.
What's in this kvass? Eh? One of my new favorite drinks is kvass. I'm really enjoying kvass. Dmitry, привет. Hello from Boston. We have a morning here. Take care and God bless. I'm originally from Moscow, but left a long time ago. Your enthusiasm makes me consider going back to Russia. You know, this week we had an amazing feller from...
Person,
yes, man. I don't know if I'm allowed to say where he's from. It was from the States, anyway. From the western side of the United States of America. and he's thinking about moving his family back here as well. He is also formerly from Russia. Super nice guy. And I'm sure his family is just as awesome. There's a lot of former people who left in the 90s, basically, coming back. Lots of them. Have you seen any deer or moose at your new home? Yes, we did. We saw a mama moose and a calf. Oh, they're already together. Anneesa, you must have arrived yesterday.
A little while ago.
You've been back for a week.
Has it been that long?
Yeah, I think so. Elena, hello, Anneesa. Nice to see you. Yeah, because last Sunday we were here too. You've been back over a week.
Is it?
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, a week and a half you've been back already.
Crazy.
Is it the old video? This is a live right now, so it's not a video. Aaron, what do you think of Alex Ovechkin breaking Wayne Gretzky record? When will we see some of your sons beating Ovi record?
No, our kids don't play hockey.
Our kids don't play hockey. I think it's pretty cool.
I think it's really cool.
They only beat one of Gretzky's records, but I thought it was cool too to learn that Gretzky's grandfather is also Russian or was. Yeah. Oh, I lost a whole bunch instead of getting caught up. Well, where I am again. What do you dislike most about Russia? Something really annoying. Paperwork. Bureaucracy. There's a lot of it. There's a lot of stuff to figure out, and most of it has a good reason, but like nobody knows how to
simplify
work
things.
Yeah, because there's like a rule overlapping a rule overlapping a rule, and so the one gets changed, and you're like, hey, this should be simple, but then you run into 2 or 3 other ones, and there's a lot of that. Every immigrant faces it, and even the government people that are there to help, they find the same problem. They run into these same problems, and they're like, oh, this is frustrating. So things will get better. Immigration here was never set up for Westerners. And it will change as people realize, hey, this is silly and that's silly, or this needs to be fixed. A lot of stuff has already been changed. More work is being done. Yeah, in a year from now, it'll be better, but there is a lot of stuff. How is the children's Russian coming along? I think very well. Very good. Yes. Anneesa, your Ontario trip videos were really interesting and enjoyable. I like your sense of humor. Thanks for inviting us into your private life.
More to come, so keep watching.
Yeah, there's still a week and a half of videos coming from Ontario, Canada. You are getting a sneak peek in that fact that she's back.
Flash forward.
But on video, she's still in Russia. Oh, man. Still in Canada. Yes. Why do people have to think the work? Goodness, sorry, guys.
Worst, I think.
I love the kids being able to grow up homeschooling and learning a dual language. I think it's very cool too. And even if later on they decide that Russia is not for them, the cultural experience is awesome. And the fact that they're stretching their brains with a new language, I think is just wild too. Right? So I grew up knowing 2 languages. I think it's really cool. And then, of course, they try to teach us French while I lived in Canada. Didn't really stick, but a few words. But now we're learning Russian. I think I know more Russian words than I know French ones.
Yeah, I think so. You're doing really good. I was really impressed today with you.
She got pulled over by the cops for the first time today.
But he was in the passenger
seat. I had to do the talking.
Thank goodness. I didn't even bring my phone, so I couldn't even have done translation. So then the police officer started asking questions, and I totally pulled a blank. I didn't hear anything that he was saying. I didn't know. And you right away started answering him. So I was very impressed.
It was basics, very, very basics.
I know, but it was really cool to hear you just ramble on a bunch of words. And I was like, wow, that's really good. And then a little bit later, you said you answered everyone except for the last one you had to clarify with the translation.
Hey, you know that our mics aren't even on? Can you guys hear us good? Because we have mics, but I forgot to plug this part in.
Hey, it might be working, though. We've heard that before. This
can't work unless it's plugged in there. Can it?
Oh, it records, maybe.
I have no idea. Can you guys hear us good? I'm guessing so. That's funny.
Yeah. Anyway, I laughed after because I said to him, I'm like, here we are, 2 foreigners in a foreign country, and all of a sudden I just started complimenting him. I'm like, wow, you're doing really good. And then there's the police officer. Like, good job, honey.
I feel really, really relaxed around the cops.
Yeah. Anyway, and then a little bit later, he asked another question, and then all of a sudden he he goes to hand me a piece of chocolate. He says, "Is this your chocolate bar?" I'm like, "We're in the middle of a police check. And you're asking me about a chocolate bar."
Yeah, I don't get nervous around these guys at all. Like, not all of them, but there's definitely
nice.
some police officers in Canada that are like on a power trip.
Yeah. No, I don't find that here.
I'm
But I
the
just thought
boss.
it was amusing. We laughed.
And here they're always relaxed and laid back.
Yeah.
At least the ones that pulled me over so far.
Yeah.
If you're watching and you're a police officer,
thank you. It makes it much easier. Yeah, they're good guys.
Moscow is with you. How is the puppy? Puppy's doing great.
Her name is Lucy.
Lucy, yeah. I have an idea, but I can't implement it myself. Buy a plot of land for agriculture, plant the trees as they grow, cut them down, and sell them. This is also allowed in Russia. That is a very long-term goal.
I don't think you can.
And if you're doing it for firewood, I don't think it'll make any money.
Yeah, but I don't think you can do it on agricultural land.
Depends on what the tree is. If you're going to farm it, if it's a tree farm, then you'd probably be okay.
I think there's different rules for that.
There was a comment on there from your mother that just showed up on my screen. I don't know how to retrieve it. Is she watching this?
Oh, yeah, I can do it.
No, she just WhatsApped you.
Oh, no, I can't do that. Then.
And I can't access that here, can I?
No.
No. Oh, maybe.
Maybe. Oh.
Not sure. Sorry for shaking you guys. Ma, if you're watching, you gotta text that. Oh yeah, she's watching. You gotta like send a telegram or something to Anneesa.
Mm-hmm. I just tell you.
Anneesa, you consider moving back while in Canada, even for a moment?
I think maybe for a moment until I got there. No. The only thing I would have because of the language. It's
that remains a challenge.
It just being able to talk with people constantly and know what people around you are saying and communicate, that was really relieving. But then as you know what more and more people are saying and what's going on, then you realize, yeah, now I know why I left. Because some of the things you don't want people to hear.
You were saying too, like a lot of evidence of drug abuse, alcohol abuse.
Like when we were younger growing up, I think we only heard rumors of people that might be on drugs, and that was usually in the big city. Now I can actually count on both hands people that we actually know personally that are now addicted to drugs and really far gone, like rotten teeth and very skinny, and it's so sad. And it's like I was talking with Wes about that on one of our drives over there, and I said, I think it's wise to stay in Russia because of that exact thing. Like they're not immune to it here, but it's the fact of in Canada that's just so common that I would just hate to think that one of my children succumbs to the terrible disease that it is over there. Really.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, the government has allowed it, right? So that makes it worse.
It's just becoming so normal and normalized, and that's not good.
Yes, never been envious much in my life, but I do envy your life over there. Envy is a sin, but we do have a good life, I think. Hello from Avocado Orchard in South California. Blessed Palm Summer, everybody. Sunday, sorry. Alex, guys, what are your plans for the summer? The time is approaching. Are you planning at least some income this year? Yeah, we are. We definitely need an income. We came with savings. That runs to an end at some point, and we've invested a lot here in Russia, building a house, buying property, getting things ready. Is it still working when it does that? We're hoping to start selling vegetables here. We are looking into getting milk cows to start selling milk and butter and cheese. And just a bunch of different things.
We have a store in VK. If you're in Russia, you can go over there and support us there.
Yep. Buy and sell some stuff for sure. And one of the main things too is to become self-sufficient again. We were more or less self-sufficient in Canada as far as our grocery bill. We grew most of our own food, and now we buy everything. So for a family our size, of course, that costs quite a bit. There's 10 mouths to feed. So getting to the point where we have all of our own food again would be awesome. All right, I'm going to skip a few down here. You started early. Yes, we did. I'm sorry. If you have any other questions, you can fire them away. I'll answer them again.
I think the question from my mom was, does anybody in the comments know where they can find Alexander variety apple trees in southern Ontario.
All right, if you're from southern Ontario, I'm having a hard time with my tongue. If you are in southern Ontario or Ontario in general, and you know where you can find those trees, please
Alexander.
Give my lovely
It's like
mother-in-law a message.
It's an older variety.
Somebody just asked about the microphones. So this, does that show up? Oh, it's not going to be backwards.
No, yeah, a little, but that's all right. Gives an idea.
Anyway, Zeramonic microphone. I think these were DJI.
I can't.
No, they're not. Zeramonic microphones. But they're not on right now because I forgot to plug them in.
Well, they're recording us.
We just did a Boosty Live before this. If you're interested in something, that's another way that you can support our family. We do a live there once a month, and very few people on there, so it's much more one-on-one. But there's other stuff there too. They get different content there as well, yeah?
Yes, they get like sometimes behind the scenes that people don't know what's happening, like Anneesa being home.
There you go.
Before the live.
Is Anneesa home already? Good evening to good people. She was there for 3 weeks. Our videos are just behind.
Yes.
Hi family, how do you feel after returning from Canada to Russia?
Great. Not too bad. I didn't actually suffer that much jet. I was
No,
surprised.
no.
Like, I was tired, obviously, from travel, but the jet lag was pretty good.
When I went to Georgia, there's no jet lag at all. But I know when I came home, I was happy to be home. Landing in Moscow, I was like, I'm home. Nice.
Yes,
I really
and I was
enjoyed it.
really concerned going through. You had a little bit of more issues going through the Moscow.
Yeah, they were all upset with the other immigrants that were
Right, but
around.
you stressed, like, you made the
There
comment.
was a lot of rude, ignorant people
Yeah.
before me, and I think that's made them upset. But it's like they just sometimes feel they pick the crappiest people for the job.
Yeah, so you made that comment, so then I was quite stressed. I was really worried about coming back through customs, and I was really worried about that. But then I just seen the sign that said foreigners, so I walked up there. The guy was so nice. He spoke very good English, and he just asked if I was the first time in Russia, and I was like, no, I have temporary residency here. And then he kind of looked at my passport for a while, and then there was like my visa, my old visa, was there with a picture, but my new visa doesn't have a picture. So he kind of looked at the old one with a picture, and he was kind of like looking at me like, what? And I'm like, oh, there's another one in there without no picture. So he flipped it, and he's okay. And as soon as he found it, he was like, easy, stamped.
Pretty easy going.
Yeah, away we went, and it was great. I was like, thank you so much. Yeah.
Yep. Rhonda, the language issues make the challenge difficult. I still struggle. Yeah, it's tough, and that's hard because you want to conduct business. If you're just coming here, like, I don't know, if you're retiring or I have no idea, you can get by no problem. But we have so many things that need to be figured out on so many different levels. We're now running an LLC and a peasant farm and a personal, and it just there's so many different levels, and yeah, it'd be a lot easier if we spoke Russian. Dear Arend and Anneesa, nice to see you back from your trip to Canada. I feel you, Arend, should take seriously all the mentally challenged people who have nothing better to do but make threats. I should take seriously. Well, I do take them seriously, 100%. Unless you mean should not. There's a lot of, whether they're mentally challenged or not, there's a lot of people that like to harm other people, and I do take it very seriously. And that is why we posted the videos so late as well. Basically, she was back here before we let you guys know she left. Because I don't know who's out there. I don't need somebody waiting for her in Toronto and do something bad to her or to us. So. I don't understand anything. Neither do I. Valentina, I'm glad to see you together. Unfortunately, I don't speak English. I'll wait for subtitles. Peter, big hello from Yalta, Russia. Laura, now having been home in Canada, do you regret leaving?
No.
Leaving Canada or leaving Russia? Probably leaving Canada.
Yeah, I'm thinking leaving Canada, but no, I don't regret leaving Canada.
No, as we've said many times, language is our biggest problem. We have zero regrets selling everything and moving here. Obviously, we miss things. We miss some people. And we don't know the language, which makes it challenging. But otherwise, no. Our children have much better opportunities. All right. Now, 4 or 5 years from now, if our kids don't, I mean, at this point, they all love it. But if at some point they don't, then we may have to rethink things. But right now, as it sits, every one of us is happy to be here and would rather be here than back there. Sorry if I missed it already, but how long before you can start legally working and making money when you move there? So we were on asylum. We could work right away. We now have.
It was challenging.
It was challenging, but we now have temporary residency. So if you're coming on the traditional values visa, you can apply for that pretty much as soon as you get here. And it takes anywhere, usually like 3-4 months, basically. And once you get that, you can legally work.
I would say count on 6 months. Like from the time you arrive to the time you receive it, count 6 months.
Count on it, but it could come early.
Yeah, it could. Yeah. But I like financially wise, if you're coming here, count that you have to,
survive on some money for that time. Yeah. That's a good idea.
You do have other questions if you wanted to answer some of these.
Yeah, I got to get through some of these. All right. Why is your eldest still in Canada? It's great that he helps your grandparents, but has he ever considered coming to your new farm? Well, he's got a great life there. He's got a great job there. He's got great friends there. He's got a great church there. As I've said many times, if Anneesa and I didn't have kids, we wouldn't have left. We would have just stayed there because why move? We
might have traveled.
Well, we might have done more traveling, sure, but we had a good thing going. We had a nice farm. We were making money. It just was financially no opportunity for us to help our children. The price of everything is too expensive over there in Canada. And there's no opportunities for the future. And we also see a massive religious decline and just not the country that we wanted to raise our kids in. Our oldest is older. He's on his own. He's moved out already. And he doesn't have little kids. So there is no worry about his kids' future at this point. Hello from Poland. Hello from Denmark. Not knowing the language of the new country is not unknown for farmers. Quite a few white Zimbabweans did the same without knowing the language. Why don't you buy a house near the ocean? Seems not expensive. Catch salmon. Could catch salmon, eat caviar. Well, I'm not a fisherman. I don't like caviar. That sounds disgusting.
I love to check it out over there, but...
The good Lord made beef. We don't need to eat fish. That's how I look at it. So, but I mean, without joking, you go ahead and eat fish if you like to.
Yeah.
I'm not a sea guy. Mr. Arend, you have a pretty cool cap. Can we order your merch? So this is our old merch from Canada. And the caps that we brought with were getting pretty wore out. So when Anneesa went back, there was still a part box of merch that she brought with. Not enough really to sell. But we are hoping to make some. But
we do have hats that
Yeah, we do have some for sale. They won't be embroidered like this at this point, though.
No.
They will be on our VK page. If you haven't checked that out, it's probably... Well, there's a link under most of the videos. If you're checking out a video, there's generally a link below where you can go to our VK page and you can support us there. There's mugs is the only thing for sale right now, I think. I don't see any here right now. But caps will be coming. It's just a matter of finding time. We're pretty busy, folks. Oh, I love this channel. Me too. I like it too. Folks from Russia, Canadians, God bless your family. It's amazing. Which of your children now speaks Russian the best?
Cora and
Corlin.
Probably
Ainsley, yeah, she's pretty good too.
Yeah.
Watching from the Philippines.
Ariana probably does, but she's too shy.
Hello from Ohio. Good evening. Aaron, what's the law regarding public access to agricultural land? Is there a right of access in Russia like Scotland has? No idea. I was told if there's no fence, they'll walk all over it. That's what I was told. So we had, when we were first building here, we had some of our neighbors, just a couple of guys with four-wheelers, just right through the middle of the field. And then they stopped. All of a sudden, they just noticed the house. Like, where did this come from? And anyways, so I chatted with them for a while. I said, well, I appreciate it if you don't go through the middle of our field. It wrecks the grass and stuff. If you just stick to the edges, I don't care. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, they were so sorry. They didn't know anybody had bought this place. And they were real nice.
They even came back and gave us soup. And
yeah, they did. Yeah. Nice guys. What place would you travel to next? Well, don't tell anybody, but we do have some plans to go to Crimea in the fall. See if that works out. If it goes through, yeah. Other than that, I don't know. I'm getting more and more interested in China, actually, just to check it out. I don't know why. It's been on my mind.
They have a great wall, which I know.
Yeah, I'd like to check it out. Yeah.
But that's really not farm related.
A lot of times in the West, we've been told certain places aren't safe to go, and Russia was one of those, which I thankfully didn't listen to and came here, and it's just an amazing country. And now I start to wonder about some of these other ones. I'm like, you know what? We should go check them out too. Question: you now enjoy the Russian attention and hospitality. Do you think this will last forever?
Probably not.
Well, that's a strange question, I think. The attention and the hospitality, I think, should be two different questions. Do I enjoy the Russian attention? No, we're pretty private, quiet people, actually, so I don't mind being left alone. That's fine, too. I recognize that we now kind of have a job to do, and so we try to fill that job and educate people as much as possible. We also are very passionate about agriculture and revitalizing agriculture and connecting people to their agricultural roots. So I see that as a huge opportunity right now. If when we can go and look at a farm or go look at a business and say, hey, look, this exists. I see that as an opportunity, and I enjoy that. Hospitality, no, I don't think. I think the hospitality will last forever. Yeah, because the Russian people are just hospitable people, and that's why I think that should be two separate questions.
Yeah, you're
because do I think the Russian hospitality will last? Yes, they are just wonderful people from the heart. It's not fake. It's not something that they are pretending. It's real. That's who they are. And people give gifts, and they're just really nice people. So yeah, I think that will last. For sure. Hello from Wisconsin. Hello from Alaska. That is my understanding too regarding excess. Yeah, so the home farm here is going to be fenced. I don't know when we can afford it. I mean, like I said, we came here on savings, and we're going to run out of those eventually. So it only lasts for so long. Hopefully we start making money, and then we'll keep putting that into our community and into our farm. But we are hoping to fence the home farm all the way around the perimeter, and then we'll have cattle in here. The other land, if they go across it, hopefully they're respectful and they stay to the edges, but it is what it is. Greetings from Bulgaria. China is certainly mind-blowing compared to the West. Well, I think so, because China's got so much culture. It's like 5,000 years of history there. It's phenomenal. I would love to see it sometime. Certain parts of it. And also there's different agriculture that they do there that we don't do here and we don't do in Canada. Especially being northern climate is different as well. But even growing things like rice or bamboo, I think that's interesting. Somebody's saying about my chair. Yeah, I'm sorry. This chair is getting pretty creaky. I will try to stop wiggling. Greetings from Tver. I would love to go to China. Russia government terrifies me, but the history is undeniably cool. I don't know why the Russian government would terrify you, Bethany. It's there's nothing to be scared about here, honestly. Tourists come all the time. Citizens, comrades, why are you so lazy?
If you're going to come here and break the law.
If you don't know the language, then learn it. Try to understand what our English-speaking friends are saying. You're telling them. I thought you were calling me lazy. I'm maybe slightly lazy. But...
Anyway, if you're going to come here and break the law and go against the rules of the land, then you should be worried. But other than that, yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
some people used, there was some Brittany, somebody or other from America that got arrested, and they used her as a reason why you shouldn't come. That lady was bringing marijuana into the country. Of course she got arrested. I think anybody that's doing marijuana should be arrested.
Anybody that thinks they're higher than the law should obviously stay home.
I'm very thankful for Russia's tough stance on drugs. It's good.
Mm-hmm.
What's the mood in Canada with the U.S. tariffs? It depends on who you talk to.
More Canadian flags.
A lot of the conservative people fully understand what's going on, and actually quite a few people that I know would prefer to join the States.
Yeah.
The way Ottawa has been running Canada, Western Canada would be much better off in the United States. But of course there's a...
Should I get you a new chair?
...differ on there. Yeah, it's pretty bad, isn't it?
Yeah. Are you going to fall down on the floor?
The kids put these together, and I wonder sometimes if they forgot a few screws. All right. Have people in Russia shown interest in the way the house was built? Yes, and I got a good answer on that the other day. I honestly did. Spasiba. Spasiba. Oh, look at that. You can dance if you want to.
Oh.
Yours set? That wasn't mine. Mine's good. I was told the other day that in the 90s, a lot of Russians started building Western-style houses. Problem is, they didn't build Northern Western style houses, and they built some not properly, maybe not understanding how it's done, because it needs to be done properly with a proper vapor barrier, proper insulation, and proper house wrap on the outside. It needs to be sandwiched in properly. If it's not done properly, you'll have condensation issues in the walls, causing rot, and the whole thing just falls apart. And this person explained to me that that is where a lot of these fears come from, because those were done wrong, turned out horribly, and now people just don't want to do it. If it's done right, it worked great. And there are a lot of people building this way too. Or a lot. It's not the mainstream, but a lot of houses do get built this way. Hello from Maryland. I really do appreciate what y'all are doing. Thank you. Blue Diamond Carpenter, you are right. Because the whole of Veronish was destroyed and its inhabitants are taken into slavery. Not sure what that's about. Hey guys, lost it. To be fair, Russia claims jurisdiction of a family abroad if at least one member of the family is a Russian citizen. Again, don't know what that means. Elena, hi family, how cool that you are already together. Hello from Montreal, nice to see you. Arend, when do you plan to complete the exterior of your house?
Yeah, like,
within the next 2 months.
chop chop.
Yeah, within the next 2 months.
Like, what have you been doing this whole time?
On June 13th? On June 6th, we bought the house, right?
18th we broke ground.
Okay, on June 6th, we bought the farm.
Yes.
And we put the garden in till 2024. On June 13th, 2024.
No, 18th.
18th. We start. I got 5 extra days. It's awesome. We started digging. We opened the ground for the first time and started our house. And so by June 18th of 2025, I am hoping to have the outside of the house done. The shop outside of it done, other than the doors.
Did you notice he said the outside of the
house? Basically, these projects all done on the outside. So we can kind of have like a mini open house, basically, and say, hey, look, here's 1 year. Yeah? It's a true story.
We'll see.
Yeah.
I think the outside will be done, for sure, because, yeah.
Did you also make the chairs yourself or buy them? I have not made these ones. We bought these. They're not the greatest quality, but they are good. It's kind of IKEA quality chairs. Now, a buddy of mine, he's seen them. He has these from IKEA in Canada. He says, as long as you this part, can't see it. The cross in there, that's the weak point. He said. So he recommended right away that I screw those together because that's where his all fell apart. And anyway, we didn't get to that yet. Hello from Saskatoon. Nice to see you. Hey guys, God bless you. As of something or other, it just disappeared. As of April 1st, the average cost of land in the Nizhny Novgorod region is 179,000 rubles per acre. Interesting. Where do those stats come from? Basically 180,000. What's that price worth? $3,000. That can't be right at all. Land price isn't anywhere near that price. Maybe that's for like a house in town or something, but farmland around here is nowhere near that price. I would say US dollars, you're looking at per acre here, not per hectare.
A little higher.
You're looking at maybe $150 to $200 US per acre.
I think that's higher now.
So you'd have to then, no, I don't think it is. There's still lots of land around here. Clear. 200 times 2.4 to get the hectares. You're looking at about, let's say, $500 per hectare. Of course, that depends on where you buy and what you buy. And that's farmland I'm talking, not residence. Greetings from Kaluga. I see that Anneesa brought a silver button from YouTube. Yeah. So we got that a long time ago, but it's been at my mother and father-in-law's in Canada for, I don't know, quite a long time. And now we finally have it. Yeah, you brought it home.
Mm-hmm.
Do you show it to everybody? I think it's pretty special. Oh, not everybody gets one of these. So it's a silver play button. And then the writing's going to be backwards, but presented to Countryside Acres for, not sure what it says, for passing 100,000 subscribers. Pretty cool. Another trinket for the wall. Hello from St. Petersburg. Hello from Saskatoon. Yes, you're right. I don't know where that went. Yes, you're right. I hadn't thought about it, the perspective of before, but I have to admit, Russians are really skilled at building traditional log houses. Maybe not so much the newer generation. Well, a log house is different. See, log is insulation on its own, and you don't need any vapor barrier then. But if you're going to have a wall cavity with stud frame, then you have to fill that, obviously, with good quality insulation, and you need to have a vapor barrier completely sealed on the inside. You cannot have any air getting through. He said he learned the basic language in 1 year. Who didn't understand?
We just got a super chat.
No, I didn't get that. What do we do? Go up here?
Yeah.
SJ sent a $4.99 super chat. Hello, Aaron. How many acres of land do you have? So acres, 280 acres.
Hectares.
113 hectares of land. And thank you very much for the super chat. It's very much appreciated. We will put it to good use on the farm. I thumb that up somehow, don't I?
I said thank you already.
And I thumbed it up. Hello from Germany. Well, we got folks from all over the world. Do you have any plans about employing locals for working on your farm? Yes, we do, of course.
And we already are employing a local.
We are employing some people, yes. We plan on employing more as we need them. And
Yes.
also, obviously, our farm needs to get running first. So the sooner we get that rolling, the sooner we'll be able to hire more people. We have lots and lots of plans, but it all takes funds. And yeah, we need to start making money in order to invest more.
Mm-hmm.
Where was I? I missed the whole broadcast. Sorry. Congratulations, Victoria. I have been learning English for 3 months now, but I also know Russian very well. So it is very interesting for me to watch your videos, not only as a language learner, but your integration is very... It's only half a comment. It's very what?
She must have hit the button before.
I hate it when that happens to me.
I do that all the time because it's I think I'm gonna hit enter, but I hit enter to like space it or to...
Nikolai, hello, I'm glad to see you both together again. Yes, no split. We are stuck. You know, here's a good example. This is a wedding ring. If I can get it off. I've seen this once at a wedding, but it was on the picture. So when they got married, they had like a, what do you call it, a pamphlet? Or what do you get at a wedding, huh? What are those things called? A piece of paper that says who the people are.
Like a pamphlet.
Pamphlet? All right, pamphlet. Anyway, and it had the rings on there, and it was talking about how there's no beginning and no end on a ring. You go round and round and round and round, there's no end to it. And a marriage is the exact same thing. My wife and I will be married until death do us part. Even if we don't like each other, we're still married.
Mm.
But at this point, we still like each other.
Yes, I'll keep you.
You'll keep me?
Yep.
Yes.
We have another super chat.
I congratulate you on the holiday, dear friends. After all, today in Russia, we celebrate Palm Sunday. In a week, we will celebrate Easter. Yes. Huck Finn. Huckleberry Finn. 125.
I don't know what that is. I'm trying to find it out.
That makes two of us. Denmark. No? Denmark crowns? No. Denmark money symbol. It'd be faster for me just to ask what that is. Danish krone is what I was thinking, but that's probably not it.
No.
All right, I don't know what that is, but I appreciate it no matter what it is. Thank you very much. 125. Just watched your amazing video about the cow robots. Do you plan or whether to price can be affordable for a farm? These robots would be, oh, I forget now, half the price, I think, of their conventional. That's not the word. They're comparable. They're comparable robots in the West. So very affordable. Absolutely. Also, the milk price here is phenomenal. You can get a very good price for your milk in this country. I talked to friends of mine as well as my cousin in Canada. Milk price over there is about the same as here, but the land price is through the roof back where we come from. And also, they have to pay for milk quota. And quota is basically a piece of paper, a license that allows you to milk cows. Not anybody can just go ahead and milk cows in Canada. You have to have this license, and you can buy it from other farmers, the right to milk the cows, and that's basically the only place to get it. What this quota does is ensures that the market never gets flooded with too much milk, but it's extremely expensive, like extremely. It pretty well works out to $25,000 for one cow license to milk it, and those guys are still making money at $1 a liter. Here, they also get about $1 a liter. There's no land price, no high land price, and no quota payments. And the milk robot's half the price. You can work out the math. It's a very good idea. Thank you very much for your contribution, Huck. We greatly appreciate it. Do you plan to grow grapes? Yes, that's funny. You were talking about that today.
I was, yes.
We plan on growing everything that we can grow. That's the plan. PHP, it's Philippines currency. Thank you very much. What's it called then? Because it's not $1. What do you call it? Hi, I'm from Quebec. Love the content. I'm Russian myself. Watching you and others makes me want to move back to the country where I was born. You should. More and more people move here every day. Matty McMatface. Did you know that during the Soviet times, your city was called Gorky after the author? Yes, we knew that. Activist Maxim Gorky, and now translates as New City. Yes. Hello from Beaumont, Alberta. Flying fun, eh? Rhonda, I respect and appreciate that Russian people say what they mean and mean what they say. Yes, sometimes it can be a bit blunt, but there's not much guessing. You know exactly what's going on.
I am a very blunt person myself, and I appreciate it. So, I start to overthink sometimes, and then it's like, no, they would tell me if they didn't like something. I don't have to think like that. They just tell me.
Yeah. When are you going to get the trusses up? They are up. Again, the videos are way behind, so you'll be seeing lots of stuff coming up right now, but yep, they're up. Yep. Hi from South Africa. I'd love to live in a rural town and have my own chickens and goats. Unfortunately, it's not safe. Best wishes to you and the family. Might not be safe where you are, but it is safe here, and you could do those things. Hello from Michigan. Hey, mates. Nice to see you. Hey, mate. Aaron for mayor. Anneesa was joking around that the other day. There's a lot of garbage in our local town here. Just in the bush, just kind of blow it in there or whatever. And we're saying we should clean that all up and stuff. And then she was saying that you'll be mayor here someday. So I don't want to be mayor, but it's just
you do really well.
It's funny that you said that. Well, I should probably learn the language first.
Yes, that would be a bonus, but I think you would do good.
Yeah, the cow robot factory was interesting. People really enjoyed that video.
Did they?
Yeah, there was a lot of good comments on that video. I did. I enjoyed it. It was awesome. I think
it was really neat.
Yeah, I hope to see. If you're a factory owner or something really cool, please invite me.
I would really like to see it in action.
The robot.
Yes. I would like it to see it on a cow.
A lot of people requested that.
Yes, I love to see it on a cow and how it works, because even as a farmer, I have the idea of how it works, but I've never actually seen it.
Okay, and I've seen it many times. But it is very fascinating.
Yeah, but I've never seen it in real life.
I will ask them, because they have some cool robot projects on the go right now, and I will ask them and see if I can go.
Just you? I would like to go.
Well, maybe you can come with.
Yeah.
I might take you.
Yeah.
Maybe if you're nice. Only if you're good.
Only if I'm good. I get to go. No, I really like to see it. I've never seen a robot. You used to install parlors and stuff.
I did.
You kind of get a little inside.
Yeah. But I didn't install a robot.
No? I thought you did.
No, we never had a robot. That was one problem because
Oh,
our
but-
competitors had robots and our company did not. And so finally my boss, and then I left right around that time, but my boss finally started working with another company on a robot because we were losing business because we didn't have milk robots.
We can welcome him. We have a membership.
David Elkins, welcome to Fox. Did we clap for that? David just joined us as a member on YouTube. Thank you very much.
That's another way to support us. Thank you.
We appreciate all the support. We have a lot of plans here yet, and it takes a lot of efforts to get all that going. So we appreciate all the support in whatever form it comes. Even just nice comments is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Is it easy to find reliable farm workers in Russia? I don't know. I hear it's hard. I hear it's tough, but I also hear that agriculture anywhere, agriculture never pays very well, and so that if you're not going to pay a lot, you get what you pay for. So there are, I think, pros and cons to that. Obviously, a farm can only afford to pay so much, but on the flip side, if you're willing to pay a little bit more, you're going to probably get a better caliber worker, and that's my opinion. And I firmly believe that people need to be paid what they're worth. If you're getting paid good, you feel good about your work, you're going to put more effort into it too. There's multiple things to think about. Hello from Thailand. Isn't that awesome? Hello, my dears. We have an actor, Vladimir Yaglic, who looks very much like the head of the family. Look it up on the internet.
So are you two different going at the same time?
I did. I just seen the Thailand. I thought that was cool, and then I went back to the other one.
Yes.
Hello from Thailand.
We did know that you look like that actor, they say.
Vladimir Yaglic? I don't remember that name.
Yeah, it's that same one that they've been...
There's some hockey player they said I look like.
No, this is the actor.
All right, you're looking up. Hello from Thailand. I have been watching you for about a year. I respect for the correct upbringing of your children. Children growing up in the right family. All the best to your happiness. Thank you very much. Do your kids ever miss having English-speaking friends around? Well, the other Canadian family's been around a lot, so they speak that way to each other. Oh, yeah. Yeah, a little bit.
You've been told that a lot. That one in particular.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah.
So they speak there, and then obviously they have each other. That's the beauty of a large family. So
that and they FaceTime or
they do talk to people back home.
Talk to them quite often.
Yeah. Please start a Russian Siberian kitten business. 4,000 for one kitten in Canada. What? A kitten farm? I think there's enough cats in Canada. We don't need to bring more on a plane.
Yeah, I think anyway.
PHP is Philippines currency. How much are farm workers paid? Well, that varies. I talked to one guy as extremely low, but it's deceiving, as it always is. So the income here in Russia looks low, but that's not necessarily reflecting of truth. And there's variable reasons for that. But in this particular farm, they pay a very, very low wage, but then they have incentives, performance-based incentives. So that wage can be they can really vary. On paper, it might only be yay high, but there is a lot more to it. How much money remains for them from those sent in comments? I actually don't know that truth to that answer. No, I don't actually know the answer to that question.
You already answered this one, but he's got...
Hey, we got huge news. I just read somebody's comment that we should be selling some of these news. Get back up here. I'll get to that eventually.
What's the huge news? Do I know it?
I have got some.
Do I know it?
Yes, you do. Aaron, did Anneesa bring back work clothes and new boots for you? I didn't need any boots. I don't need any work clothes.
I brought him running shoes.
Actually, an awesome gentleman brought some. He came, he went to the States on a holiday, and he bought both my boys. That video's coming up too. Bought both boys, oldest boys. Is it up already?
Yeah, it was at the beginning of the one video where you guys were like...
The overalls?
Yes. You didn't open the box. It was just you guys thanking him.
I missed that it was up already. Okay. Anyway.
Where have you been?
Well, I don't always watch all of our videos.
Why not? I have to watch
busy. Anyway, so we're good for overalls. Shoes. I needed new shoes, and I had a hard time finding them, and we know exactly where they're in Canada. So she, of course, picked me up a new set of shoes while she was there.
Mm-hmm.
They're awesome. She was supposed to pick up 2 pairs.
No, I'm kidding.
She forgot.
It could only fit so much.
Yeah.
Your shoes take up like...
Yeah, I got skis. But anyway, I got them. So awesome. Aaron, can you buy raw milk in a lot of places in Russia? Yes, it's available everywhere. We will be selling raw milk. It is legal here. That's another thing. In Canada, it is illegal against the law to sell raw milk. Me, I got a size 13. That's my shoe size. 46 Sorek Shaste, and they are not in stores here. 45 is max in majority of the stores.
Anyway, we have another super.
Okay, well, I'll get to it. It's not up on top of my screen, so.
No, it's just this one. What's the thing that you dislike the most? You already answered that as bureaucracy.
Uncle Finn, 125 Philippine currency again. Bureaucracy, yes. Yeah. Thank you again, Huck. We really appreciate it. Don't forget to thumb it up. Speaking of thumbs up, oh, we got lots of thumbs up now. If you haven't done it yet, give her a thumbs up. It's good for the algorithms. Arend, tell me. Oh no, here we go. Have the insoles for your shoes you had made work well? No, I stopped using them right away. They hurt my feet. I have custom made ones from Canada. Very durable, very strong. Totally different way of doing it. I actually set my foot on something, pins come up and push against it, and made this insole specifically for my feet the way it should be standing. Here, I went to the store and they take out this generic pad out of a bag. They heated it up, and then you put your foot in your shoe, and I guess it conforms somehow. To me, there's nothing scientific about that. I mean, I wanted to trust the lady that it was going to work out good for me, but it did nothing. I walked around for like a little tiny bit, but it started to hurt my feet, and it didn't feel good at all, and I'm back to my other one again. Unfortunately, I had 2 pairs of my other one. They were very, very expensive. I had them made, and they still work great, and they're in great shape, other than they're getting quite old. But one of them got thrown out by accident in Georgia, and that's really too bad, because now I only have 1 pair, and I have to move them back and forth between my good shoes and my work shoes all the time. So no, the ones I got here did not work out at all. I'm hopefully going to find something similar to the ones that I had made in Canada many years ago. I'm sure it exists. The healthcare here is better. So
Yeah, it's probably a different region, I'm assuming, that specializes.
Evgenia, Aaron, tell me, what is the weather like in Nizhny Novgorod right now? After all, you had a real snowstorm the other day, like in winter. Is there still snow on the ground today? Today? No. No, there's no snow right now, but it is kind of chilly. We had 2 weeks of really, really nice weather.
Well, I was gone.
And those videos are still, that's what we're in right now.
Lying. I think
But
they're lying.
She came home and brought this nasty stuff with her.
Yeah.
It's all her fault.
Yeah, we're a little behind on the videos, so please be patient.
Why does it take so long to register the house? All right, so that's a complicated thing. It's a new thing. We live on agricultural land, and it was never allowed. You were not allowed to build houses on agricultural land. Houses had to be built on residential land. And a new law was passed allowing you to build a house on agricultural land. But again, as in many things here, people didn't know how to implement that. And so there's a lot of confusion. Yes, it's allowed, but how is it allowed? And this has been a confusing thing. Not too many people have done it. Maybe we're the first ones. I have no idea. But we decided we're going to do it because the law allows it. And we asked first, and they said, yep. And so we did it. And the way we did it, because we're foreigners, we cannot buy land. We had to form a Russian company first with a Russian partner, and we bought the land that way. And we were told that we could then build the house and register the house. So we built it, and we went to register it. And of course, when you apply for something, it takes a long time. So you have to wait for the answer to come back. And we find out, no, you cannot build a house on land owned by an LLC in our company. So that meant we had to switch to a peasant farmer enterprise. In order to apply for peasant farmer enterprise, we had to be residents first. There was no other way to do it. So all of this stuff has to take a long time and a lot of waiting, and this is just what we've been waiting for. So the peasant farmer enterprise finally is done, and we now officially, our house is registered as a house officially. So it's very cool. So the next step is getting a number, because we don't have a house number. We're just a registered house. And then we will be registered in our home. Right?
Right.
Awesome. That's my good news. That's the good news I was going to tell you guys. It's officially registered.
And I knew that, I guess.
You did know that.
I guess.
So why does it take so long? Because we're trying something new. It's not something that's traditionally been done here. All right, we got to go back down. Do you mean unpasteurized milk? If so, it's usually only found in villages or sometimes sold by grandmothers at local market. Aaron, how's your shoulder? Did the treatment with that doctor help? No, didn't help at all. I got that shot in the shoulder. I thought I would try it. Couldn't make it any worse. It didn't make it any worse, but it also did not make it any better. My shoulder is still just as sore.
I think he needs to do some
Maybe.
pull-ups, strengthen the muscles again.
Maybe.
Stop eating sugar.
That wouldn't hurt either. Kitty, yes, you can. Selling raw milk is not prohibited. My aunt has 2 cows and a goat in the village, and anyone can buy milk from her. She even gives it away for free. Yes, in Russia that's allowed, but not in Canada. In Canada, you may not do that. It is against the law. Technically, you could go to jail for that. There is kind of loopholes in Canada, but it is against the law. But here in Russia, it's totally legal. You can sell raw milk. That's not a problem. And we will be selling raw milk. So if you are local, we now have excess eggs. So soon we will be selling eggs from our chickens. They are laying, I don't know, 25 or 30 eggs a day now, I think. And we will soon have more because we just hatched a whole bunch of eggs out.
Man, you're just giving them
Oh, I'm giving them all away. They'll see the video soon enough, though. And we are hoping to buy some cows and sell milk. So that will also be something we'll be working, as well as butter and cheese. Maybe not cheese right away. Sour cream. Smetana. Because the plot is for agricultural purpose, not for individual housing construction. I'm not sure what that's for. Hello from Carstars, Alberta. Carstar. If I purchased the land next to your farm, would you rent it? Maybe. Have you made use of the Oka agency in town at all? We came here before they started. So a lot of our stuff is already implemented and set into motion before Oka was thought of. We do kind of work together now, I guess. I mean, Timur, our lawyer, is I think it's called deputy director of Oka now. So, I mean, obviously there's going to be some work. Cornell and Cremona drive the 1,000 kilometers to the dairy farm to film the 28 robots working. Yeah, I'd like to. That's a long way to go, but yeah, we'll go check out some robot farm for sure. Where are my Serbian brothers, huh? Cutie, that's awesome. Congratulations. Oh, that disappeared. Why does it take so long? Oh, no, I read that right. Must be down this way.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, there's a long way. It's down.
Oh, on my way down? Whoop. There, now I'm caught up, maybe. Yeah, here's an aisle. It was an experience. -10, no heat, no well pump, no lights, no cell phone. 3 hours to buy jerry cans. Missed something there. Lots of questions about Russian language. I'm about 3 months into learning and just about have the alphabet learned and a few basic greetings and words. I have weekly lessons with a native Russian. I don't learn well like that. I mean, it helps, yes, and I'm not discouraging you. I think you should do that. But I learn best just in conversation and a lot of repeat. I mean, I'm thankful people are very patient because I often have to like what, but yeah, slowly but surely I pick up more and more.
I learn best listening to you. Repeat.
Well, it's awesome that you listen to me.
I do.
It's good.
I know, even though you don't think so, I do. I listen to you
I know you
all the
listen to me.
time. All the time. Like
That's good.
all the time.
Editing. There's a lot of heat coming out underneath this
I
desk.
think
Right into my eyeballs.
I already turned it down.
Maybe we can open the door. Can we do that? Hey, it's cooking in this room. Or a window or something.
I don't find it that cold.
Oh, it's cooking.
Or hot.
It is hot. That is awful. I really feel for everyone that went through that. Aaron, how did you like the red cows from Nizhny Novgorod? I love them. I really like those cows. I really think it's great. I got a price for them though, and I think the price is extremely high. It's too high for those cows. Do not have a high amount of liters. One reason I like the idea of conserving the breed because that's important to me. 2, it's a nice cow. It's a nice looking cow. It's meat and milk, and it's a piece of history, right? But dollars and cents. I mean, I was told $3,000 for the cow, and that's way too much money. I can't justify that for the amount of liters that cow gives. How are those Canadian guys doing? The ones who used to live in your house?
They never lived in.
There was no Canadian guys living in our house other than us. They're doing well though. If assuming you're talking about the other family, but they never lived in our house. They have their own place. They have an apartment, and they're doing well. Greetings from Siberia. It's been a while. Oops. Yes, all you know. Yes, you all know. David Elkins. It's just that I also meant that I would have to carry winter clothes with me. Enrique, take a trip to Yoshkar Ola. Look at the cheeses. New business. Very good premium cheeses. Natalie, will you show a tour of the house? I wonder what's on the second floor. You haven't shown it since painting the walls and the windows. Oh, maybe we'll do that one day. Maybe. Może bit? No? Yet?
Maybe. I'd like to do a whole thing if it would inside.
Oh, that ain't going to happen for a while. We can't afford to finish the inside. Got to get the outside somewhat done, and we got to get making some money. Get some cows. Which arm are you holding the phone camera to film your videos? Is it the same as the shoulder that hurts? Coincidence? Probably both, but yeah, probably primarily this one. But
No,
I don't
he's
think it's
been
from the
told
phone.
by multiple doctors that posture has a lot to do with it because he's getting old and he's stooping.
That's my neck, not my shoulder.
And your shoulder. It was all in part of it.
I disagree. We very rarely hear Anneesa speak Russian, so I asked Anneesa, could you try saying I love my family in Russian?
Yeah, люблю. I don't know.
Yeah, you did good, man.
Семья?
Something like that. I probably have to say Moy
семья?
Yeah. Hats off to this lady. She's amazing.
Yeah. I'm sure I did it wrong.
Sounding Dutch again. Yeah, well, what do you do, eh? Aaron, have you come across Russian heated windows that replace baseboard heaters? System runs on low voltage, meaning sun and solar camper. No, that's cool. Send me an email on that. I want to see that. I'm interested in that idea. I probably won't put it in my house, but I like the idea. Artyom Krasnogorbatov cow, very famous for the fattest milk among domestic breeds, as well as good health, unpretentious in food. Those are great things. But again, you need volume of liters. If you're only going to make butter, then that's a great idea. But if you're going to be selling milk, you're just going to be selling fatter milk. Now you have to explain to the customer why they should be paying you more for this milk. I mean, any customer, any consumer, a lot of times it just comes down to dollars and cents. Even though a product may be better, the bottom line is dollars and cents. If you don't have the money, or rubles and kopecks, whatever, if you don't have the money, you won't buy it. And so for that cow, yes, it gives fatter milk than a Jersey does or a Holstein does, but not significantly, and way less liters. I personally not a big fan of Holsteins. I grew up with Holsteins, but now over the years, I don't know. I prefer a Jersey or a Brown Swiss. And so we're back to looking at Brown Swiss. I really like them. Nice cows. Anneesa likes them. They're beautiful. Otherwise, Jersey. We really like Jerseys. That's what we've had for the last, I don't know, 10 or 12 years or so. We've had a Jersey cow around, generally. Woo! Moving around. Aaron plans to finish the house in June outside of the house. Whoa.
You heard him.
I plan on finishing outside. Hi, Huffman Time YouTube channel. This is an American family that just moved to Russia, and it seems like they are a bit lost. I think they would benefit from talking to someone who has experience. Hoffman, who's that?
No idea.
If they would like to talk to us, tell them to email us. That would be fine. Maddie McMadface, I love my family.
Yeah, it wasn't Russian.
Wow, thanks. Is that for your Russian as well?
I think
Maybe.
so.
Anneesa, bravo. You said it perfectly in Russian. There you go. I also congratulate everyone on Palm Sunday. Jim, I understand, was just kidding. I'm going to bring winter wear. Just out of curiosity, can you obtain a dual citizen or consider it for you and your family if possible? Yes, you can. My kids are all dual citizens already. They all have a Dutch passport too. Do you have 5-10 year business plan in terms of profit extension, etc., or is it too early? Don't really work that way. We're not conventional people. We build business as we go. So it's pretty hard to know exactly how it's going to scale in 5, 10 years. We're also very fluid in the sense of we will stick our fingers into 5 or 6 different things, maybe more at once, and then you will put more effort onto one or another as you see them grow. So it's pretty hard to say per se this 5 or 10 year outlook, because we're not fixated on one thing, one market opportunity. We are very open, and we will do multiple things at the same time. Somebody in the comments the other day said that was terrible, how we've got all these things going at once and it just looks like a big mess. Maybe that's what it looks like to you, but that's how we roll. We just have a lot of things going at the same time, and then we add extra effort to one thing or another to keep them moving.
I do feel like that's a very big difference between Westerners and Russians.
And I don't agree, because we are very different in that way than Canadians too. I would say, because I've said that to you for years, the average Canadian farmer is quitting. All the people they're taking over, it's either Dutchman or a Mennonite, and because it's a different mentality, right? Yeah. And if you go to southern Alberta, it used to be Ukrainian immigrants years ago, and then it became all Dutch immigrants that bought it all, and now it's all becoming these Mexican Mennonite guys that are buying it all.
No, but I just feel like here, it's almost like you give somebody an idea, and they have to stick to that idea until they get a no on that idea. And we are like, okay, well, we want all the ideas so that we can decide where we want to go. And I feel like they're more centrally focused on certain things, and a lot more than what we're used to. So it's like you have to get multiple people on different things so that you can get all.
But again, I find a lot of, like, Farmers Canada too, and that's why the system doesn't work, because everybody's trying the same thing that Grandpa tried and Dad tried, and it didn't work for them, so it's not working for you. Try something different.
Yeah.
But as far as 5-10 year, I mean, I know where I would like to be in 5-10 years. I guess it's going to be continued growth. In 5-10 years, our children are going to be running their own farms, Lord willing, and married, grandkids. So our long-term goal is more land, because we would like to, and that's why we came to Russia. We would like to be able to purchase land for all of our children, to give them that opportunity. Maybe they don't want it. Maybe they want to do something else, and that's fine. Then we'll support them in whatever they choose. But at least where we grew up, the opportunity no longer exists. The child has no choice. They cannot start farming because it's just not possible. And here, at least, they have that. And we still believe that farming is the best lifestyle possible for a child. And so we'll do everything we can to ensure that that's possible for them.
This one needs to be addressed.
Okay, I'll get to it. Right, a farmer close to me has cows called belted Galloways. Yeah, they're cool. They are very distinctive with a stripe around the belly. Are you familiar with this breed? Yes, I'm familiar with them. And there is actually pigs that look a lot like that as well. Remember Solly had some pigs like that. Yeah. Greetings from Chelyabinsk. Artyom David, our word Rasputsa does not translate. I don't like the rainy season. We have a private conversation going on. Finally caught your stream. Good, you're finally back together, from Valerie. Colinard, I don't care about the price. My priorities have always been the most healthy version. Yeah, but I mean, not everybody can afford that, right? I don't mind spending a little extra on some things when I can afford it. But otherwise, I'm going to buy what I can afford. It's just the way it is, I think.
I guess maybe just leave it.
Aren't there any Dutch cow breeders you could source from? Maybe, but why do I need to do that? Did you teach your kids Dutch? No, a few words, that's about it. Yep. We have snow in Westby today. It'll be gone by Wednesday, I suspect, thinking of your parents in Canada. Yeah. I can still address that. Because we had nothing to do with it.
No.
Move along. Heart. Hello, Mariana. I can't believe how fast you built your house, and then you built 2 more buildings. Amazing. And I look at that and I say, okay, we went too slow. We could have done it faster. Yeah. We got all day, every day. Oh, I lost a bunch again. How long have we been on this thing? Oh, over an hour already. Okay, here's another question about travel. Would you like to visit an Austrian family in Altai? Australian, do you mean, or Austrian? I know the Australians in Altai very well. We speak very often, and I would love to visit them, but it's very far away. And yeah, it's just too unaffordable right now. Football. I remember feedback from me. There's no need for the catty, jealous behavior from him. No, that's true with that other comment. Yeah. Happy holidays to your beautiful family. Hello from Oregon. Hope you had a nice trip visiting your parents. Most are just praying for peaceful outcome for the whole world. I went to Canada and back. Woo!
Our videos are behind, so I wasn't that fast.
How can you manage to do everything? She was there for 3 weeks. 3 weeks in Canada. Aaron, will you hatch the chickens? Yes. Video coming soon. Video coming soon. Countryside Acres, do you use different breeds of cattle for different purposes? One breed for beef, another for milk. 100%.
Yes.
100%. That's one thing I noticed in Georgia. They eaten a lot of these old dairy cows. And
you remember we finally, after we were in Georgia for two and a bit months, I finally said to you, can you please take me to a nice steak restaurant so that I could actually eat real meat? Because it just tasted like horse.
A lot of the meat wasn't
It
really
was
good.
just awful.
Yeah, that might be what they like, I guess. I have no idea.
It was awful.
But we are hoping to have Angus cattle here for our meat. We have run Angus or Angus Cross for quite a few years. Really like them. A couple of reasons why I would go with Angus. One, it's already marketed all around the world. Everybody knows what an Angus is. You could get some Herefords, but go ahead and advertise your Hereford burgers. Nobody knows what you're talking about. Or very few people, but everybody knows what Angus is. So as a marketing thing, it's very smart to get into Angus. But I believe Angus to be one of the best breeds anyway, because they are what I call a low maintenance breed. There's other animals that need a lot more care and attention as far as their diet is concerned, whereas an Angus can eat up marginal grass. It doesn't need top quality best stuff, and it'll still gain. Obviously, if you give it good feed, it's going to gain good too. But it will also gain off of poor quality feed, making it a low maintenance animal and a great choice for any farm. Dairy wise, you're not going to milk an Angus. You want something with more volume of milk. And so our preference there, like I said, would be Jersey or Brown Swiss. And of course, Holstein, if you like them. I just don't like the looks of them anymore. I grew up with them. I was always a Holstein fan. But I'm just not a big fan anymore. Looks wise. They're not as pretty. And also health-wise, you get A2 milk. Most Holsteins, if not all, are not A2. A2 milk as opposed to A1 milk. A2 is more healthy and easier to digest for human beings. So if people are having issues with milk, digestive issues, it's probably because of A1 milk. Not always. It could be also lactose, of course, but goats would be A2, and also most jerseys, not all, are A2. It's much more common in Brown Swiss as well as A2. I'm sure the Gorbatovskaya cows are also most likely A2 because it's an older breed. All right. Aaron, when I lived in Europe in the 80s, corn was considered animal food. Not many folks ate it. How big of a part of culture is it here? Not a very big part of culture, not like we're in Canada. I mean, sweet corn is a huge thing in the fall where we're from, especially in southern Ontario. It's good corn country there, lots of sweet corn around. Here you do see it, but not a lot, and it's wrapped up in small packages, couple of cobs. There's no like roadside stands. So if you're from Russia and you don't know what I'm talking about, we would drive through the country. We have farms every 50 to 100 hectares. There's another farm.
Watch my videos.
Yeah, you made a math mistake on here. You said 200 hectares instead of acres, but anyway, same idea. All the way down the road, there's farm, and they're big. They're like 50 or 100 hectares each. And here and there, you'll see some. They'll have a roadside stand with some stuff, and they'll have sweet corn for sale, or you'll see a whole farm wagon just piled full of sweet corn, and you come in there and you get a shopping bag full, 12 cobs. Usually they'll throw in a 13th one, we call it baker's dozen. And they used to be, I don't know, $5 for a dozen. They're a lot more now. I don't know what they're worth now.
Well, they used to be $2.50
for a dozen.
Yeah, and then,
and you take that home, and this is sweet corn. This is not cattle corn. It's a different kind of corn. And we boil it and we eat it. It's absolutely delicious. Eat it right off the cob if you're not familiar with that. Put a butter on it, salt on it.
In the States, remember?
Good corn down there.
Yeah, he roasted.
He was roasting it down the States.
Yeah, it was neat.
So here, I have seen it last year, but again, it's like 2 cobs in a package or something, and yeah, the culture is not the same that way.
We should probably call it a night.
Yeah, it's getting late enough, isn't it?
Mm.
What do you think is a good price for a cow? Well, it depends on where you are. It's hard to say. It depends on what you're buying, of course. I was told 3,000 is good for a good milking cow, and that's why I say the Gorbatovskaya, that's way overpriced then. If I can get a good brown Swiss or a good Holstein for $3,000, then I think a Gorbatovskaya should be half of that price. It's a smaller cow and it doesn't have the milk yield.
Okay, this is a good question for me. It says, question for me, did you find any difference of your health eating GMO, wheat, and other food while you were there? Yes, I was quite sick. I actually ate a lot of, what are they called? Allergy medication while I was there. I actually had a reaction to my mom's shampoo and conditioner. I didn't even think of it, and I forgot to pack my own. And when I was done showering, my whole face was covered in red rashes, and I read the ingredients, and it said wheat protein, and I'm celiac, so I actually lived a lot on, yeah, Benadryl and whatever the other one's called.
Interesting enough, here you eat a lot of bread and don't have problems.
Yeah, and I stayed away from milk when I was there because I have a lot of issue with milk in Canada. And just at the late, like just before we were ready to come home, we made a dip and it was at a sour cream and I paid for it. I did not enjoy it at all. It did not enjoy me. So yeah, it was really tough. I found that really hard. I get a lot of mouth sores if I eat a lot of things that don't agree with me, and so I think that might have been more of my recovery coming back. It was
Health wise,
yeah, from the health of the food. Yeah, you don't realize the difference.
Yep. Here's another good one. Have you considered starting a crowd fund in order to purchase these cows or look into government subsidies? So both on Boosty. Many of you probably aren't there, but well, we do have a Boosty page as well. Link is down in the description under most videos, and we have, or you have, I guess, posted a what do you call that? Like a fundraiser thing there, like, where some people have donated.
Some people have just asked to give us a gift, so instead of giving us other gifts, I figured they could help us.
Yeah, milk cow is something that well, more than one. We're hoping to buy. Eventually, I'd like to get 5, 10 cows, maybe 15 cows, but obviously, one at a time. As we can afford it, we'll buy more. That will allow us. We can milk the cows, obviously, sell the milk as well as sell butter or cheese or sour cream, yogurt, and then for our own family, of course, we buy quite a bit of milk and sour cream and like a lot of butter. So that is our plan to do. As far as subsidies, yes, we are. They just announced the competition for grants for this year, and so we have to get our paperwork in for that. We are going to apply. It's not a lottery. I don't know what you want to call it. It's a points-based system, but there's a lot of applicants and there's only so much money available. So the chances of us getting it is pretty slim. I think last year there was 50 applicants and 13 received it. So, what is that, 25% or something? So I don't know, we're going to try it. We'll see if we can get accepted for that or not. But we can't count on that. We have to continue on our own, and at least one cow to replace our own needs would be great. And if we can get a few more, then we can start selling. That would be even better. Horses are warriors' aid. Only idiots would eat horses. Well, I am then an idiot because I have eaten horse. In Dutch culture, we do eat horses. Smoked horse meat, we grew up with that on our sandwiches.
I personally do not like it. It's gross.
Smoked horse meat, you don't like either?
No.
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 And then in Saskatchewan, we actually bought 2 horses, and the one was a real pain. And the other one, our daughter, trained, and it was a good horse, but the one was a pain, and we needed some meat, so we put it in the freezer.
Yeah.
We didn't enjoy it.
I didn't enjoy that at all. No. It was so gross.
But there are many cultures around the world that eat horses. It's normal, and I think calling them idiots is a little bit strong.
Mm-hmm. If you're hungry enough, I guess.
You need food, you eat. Okay, I don't know about corn, but the wheat in Canada is brutal. Yeah. Anneesa, you have very good zoo in Nizhny Novgorod. Called. Yeah, I gotta go to that zoo.
Yeah, I didn't.
Maybe you can visit with your children when it gets warmer. I think the children will find it interesting. I'm sure they would. We like zoos.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Maybe we should contact them.
Thank you for answering and confirming my decision to leave Canada. This is yet another reason. Well, that's great here. I mean, you
The
move here, like
challenges, yeah.
don't be
It's tough.
blinded. There's a lot of challenges. Like I'm sure moving to any country is,
We
but
have been richly blessed with support.
if people around the world go to Canada, vast majority of people on this planet speak at least some English. And so moving to Canada is less challenging. Also, Canada was built on immigration. So the whole system has always been ready to receive immigrants. Russia is not the same way. It's not built on immigrants. Russia has been built by people living here for thousands and thousands of years. And so it is different in that sense. And there's, of course, different hurdles that you will reach and that you will hit, language being a massive one. So I don't want anyone coming here to be like, oh, it's going to be great, sunshine and roses. It is great. This country has great opportunities, great people, great government, great direction. The future looks bright.
You're going to have a lot of.
But there are challenges.
Yeah, and there's going to be a lot of mental setbacks because it is difficult.
Yeah, it is hard, and
Right.
you need to be prepared for that. And like we made up our mind, we sold everything. We're going. It's going to work, and whether it's going to be easy or it's going to be tough, that's what we're doing. And so that's how we carry on. I mean, we still have days where we're like, oh man, this is so difficult, but we know it's worth it in the long run, and we just going to keep going. This is our home. This is where we want to be.
Well, where else would you go, right? Like we said that from day one. Like to me, it's a no-brainer, like decision. Like I'm so glad we did, but it's still there's no.
It's still challenging.
Yeah.
There's. I mean, you have to be realistic about it. It's not moving anywhere is going to be challenging.
Anneesa, did you miss kids while you were wrestling in Canada? Absolutely. You know what? It was very hard for me to even go. Very hard. Before I even booked the tickets, I tried to talk myself out of going a bunch of times. He convinced me it was a good idea. And I still tried to convince myself it wasn't a good idea once the ticket was booked. I even tried to get his name switched to the ticket during my process. I really, really stressed about going. And it wasn't that I was stressed about going, it was stressed about being away from my children and my family. And
for the record, the longest we'd ever spent apart was a week.
Right.
As well. You and I. But you were always with the
I've
kids.
never been away from my children for longer than 3 days, I think. So that was a really mental struggle for me, is being away from my children. I've never understood how mothers can leave their children and for those lengths of time, and I didn't think I could do it. I cried and cried and cried all the way to the airport, and I was so emotionally upset because like so much changes in a little person's life too. Like Maddie is only 2, and she, she's gonna get bigger when I was gone, and she started to talk more when I was gone, and so it was really, really hard for me. I'm really glad that I did go because I was there for my parents at a really, really special time in their lives, and it was great to be there, help them, support them through selling their farm and buying the next place.
Oh, for anybody watching, that wasn't our farm.
It wasn't ours.
It
was
her
my
parents'
farm.
So some people were thinking that she was going back to sell our place. That's not ours.
No, it was my parents, but it was my family home that I don't know any other childhood home.
That's where she grew up.
Yeah, I was 4 when we moved there. And it's basically the only farm I've ever known, so I figured I'd go back and see it one more time. And my parents decided to sell it because they're getting older and they were retiring. And I thought, I should just go back and support them in this. So it was really good. It was very good. But I was so glad to be back with the family and the children and my little Finley man. And but yes, of course, I miss them so much. Yeah.
Yep.
But I'm glad you convinced me to go.
Yeah, I think it's good.
I think it was good too.
In Belgium, we ate horse. Yes, right next door to the Netherlands. How are the firearms law there? Do you plan on getting a firearm for hunting home defense? I don't know how that works for home defense here. Like in Canada, you can't use it for that either. Somebody breaks into your house, you just help them load whatever they want in their car, or you'll get in trouble in Canada. Which seems silly, but there's really very limited self-defense laws in Canada. In the States, that's obviously totally different. We had firearms. I had 4 rifles, I think, in Canada. So we sold all that, of course, as well. I was licensed. I had, bought my guns legally, and I had my hunting license. Yes, you can do it here. As Archim points out here, I guess his comments are, he's a Russian, he'll probably know better than me. You can legally purchase weapons only if you obtain a special license from the Ministry of Internal Affairs. To do this, you need to provide a package of documents and undergo training in the rules of safe handling of weapons and pass the exams. So mental aptitude is one of them. If you are not right in the head, you cannot get guns.
Same for Canada.
Probably
I
different.
had to actually sign an affidavit when you were applying for your license to prove that, as his wife, that I thought you were mentally sound. Do you not remember that?
And did you think I was mentally sound?
Well, I wish I had. No, no, I literally had to sign something to say that I think that he was mentally sound and he's able to have a license. Do you not remember that? Yeah, I had to sign something. He didn't know. It was all in my hands whether he got a gun or not. Yeah.
Well, it worked out fine because I had guns for many years and never even killed anybody.
Yeah.
Didn't even accidentally shoot anybody.
That's good.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, I miss those. I do. It's fun shooting stuff once in a while.
Animals and
I just target even with the kids. Wes's birthday, what was he, 12, 13? 14. 14th year, but no, he's now 15. So it must have been his 13th. Maybe 12? Maybe 12. I don't know. We went, a bunch of the kids and I did some target practice. It was fun. All right, what's this one again? The Y with the 2 lines through it. I don't know. Somebody sent us 1,000, whatever that is. Cryptic. Thank you very much, sir. Or woman, I guess. Was it your younger brother in crime to surprise parents?
No, that was our oldest son.
Our oldest boy picked her up from the airport, and so she was hanging out with our 2 oldest boys.
Oh, yes. Yes, so it was my 2 boys.
And this one also from Cryptic was the other question. You already answered that one. All right, we're going to call her a quit here, I think. Cutters and Acres, I have my RPAL, but sold everything. Yeah, me too. So true about Canada home defense. The criminal have more protection than you. Yeah, crazy story. We really got to call it quits. But I remember hearing a story where a criminal broke in through a 2nd-story window. Okay, so not bottom. This dude found a ladder, set it up against the house, climbed in through the 2nd-story window, broke in the house that way. When he got inside, he was on the landing. He tripped on a child's toy and fell down the stairs and broke his leg. Okay, and he sued the homeowner and won. The courts awarded him financial compensation for breaking his leg because the house wasn't safe.
Was that in Canada?
That was in Canada. That's crazy. Well, good luck with that self-defense stuff. When you are half asleep, your ammo is in a safe on the other floor, and there are burglars who are well prepared. This whole concept is just a failure. Well, no, because there's people that sleep with a gun beside them on their nightstand.
That's not in Canada.
Not in Canada, no, but... and I mean, not every time when they're breaking in. I mean, if they're breaking in your house, that's different. But if they're on your property causing problems, if you're a farm owner out in the country in the rural times, then I think that's important. And also animal defense. We had a lot of raccoons, skunks, foxes, coyotes. They would try to eat our animals, and that's where guns come in as well to defend your livestock. Bears, we didn't have any problems with that, but our neighbors did. We have some defense here in Norway. We're just told to lock yourself into your room. But if some get in my home, I will not make it easy for them because I will do all to protect my kids. Amen. As you should. My thoughts. I was surprised. Whoops. Where did that go?
Somebody just said.
I was surprised none of your kids inherited the farm. Why would my kids inherit her parents' farm? That wouldn't make any sense. That belongs to her parents. And we hope that they will enjoy their retirement, but downsize, I guess, and get to enjoy it. They've worked hard their whole life. They didn't live with excess. They've worked hard, and I don't want to say struggled, but they never had like tons of excess money, and now they get to enjoy that hard-earned, well-deserved time. So I hope they get to enjoy it. I hope they travel a little bit and just enjoy it.
So.
Yeah. It doesn't belong to us. It doesn't belong to Anneesa and her sisters. It doesn't belong to our children. It belongs to her parents.
Absolutely.
Artyom, residents of Nizhny Novgorod witnessed an unusual phenomenon in the sky above the city. About around 2 p.m., they noticed an unidentified flying object that did not look like an ordinary plane. Ooh. What could it be? I remember. Absurd. Yeah, I
Maybe it
forget how many
wasn't
years ago it
yours.
was. How about your Russian language? How about education, your children? Our children receive an excellent education, and we are all learning Russian. Red Bull, happy Easter. My thoughts on prepare. You would have a loaded gun with kids running around?
No.
No, we wouldn't. Of course not. But some people would. Yeah. And I could. My kids wouldn't touch it.
No.
We believe in proper child rearing. If I tell my child not to do something, they won't do it. Obviously, the littlest ones, maybe a little bit different, but the older ones would never, ever dream of touching one of my guns. It's off limits, and they knew it. And none of them ever did. None of them ever tried it.
But it would never be loaded.
We don't leave
Never.
a loaded gun, no. What is your attitude towards President Putin? I think he is one of the, if not the, best presidents in the world. Now, of course, I don't know them all, but that's based on track record. It's very easy to see where this country was before he took over, where it is today. Is that all him? No, of course, there's a whole team of people involved, and there's lots of stuff going on, but he was at the helm making decisions, and well, look where it is today. Look where it was 30 years ago. It's pretty easy to see.
A leader can't lead without a proper team, and he obviously has.
He's got a good team of people.
Yeah.
I also think he's a very forward thinker, a generational thinker. He's not thinking about the next election. He's thinking
110%.
where will this country be in 10 years? He loves this country.
Yeah.
Those
and
are all
the
things that are very
history,
easy to
like
see.
He's so in depth in the
Mhm.
history and seeing where it's come from and where he wants to see.
Does he have faults? Everybody's got faults, but I don't focus on that. I look at, again, at track record, and I always judge everybody. I don't care what somebody else says about you. I will judge you based on how you and I interact and your work ethic. People who have a poor work ethic, well, that says a lot about a person. Handshake says a lot about a person as well. But just track record. What have you accomplished in the last 10 years? That says a lot about a person. Elections in Canada. Oh, that's a whole new live right there. I hope things will help, but unfortunately, it doesn't matter whether the Conservatives or the Liberals get in. It's not going to change much. The Liberals, well, the Conservatives will slow down the decline, but they won't stop it. There's no way to stop it. And that's sad, but true.
All right. We should call it a night.
Well, Artem's telling us some more here. Residents of Bor and several districts in Nizhny Novgorod saw an inexplicable flying luminous object that was moving rapidly across the sky. Eyewitnesses managed to capture it on video. What was it?
Now we'll all have to go look.
Aliens. Gotta be aliens. I don't believe in aliens personally.
I think it was a tin
But
can.
it must have been something. When I moved to my current house, I discovered I had tenants in the attic whom I had to evict. They were cute, but way too messy. Raccoons, yes.
They're stinky and noisy.
I think the last fat raccoon that I shot was in the chicken pen, but he wasn't eating the chickens. The chickens were all standing on one side looking at this, and this thing was huge, big fat raccoon. And he was just eating chicken feed. He was stealing all the feed. Where did they move to in Canada? Of course, we're not going to mention that because they deserve their privacy, right? So, all right. I thought there was no election in Canada last time. That's just because the guy that was running for the last 10 years stepped down and another guy automatically took his place. But that then meant they had to call an election, basically. So the guy that's running the Liberal Party right now was not elected. He was appointed by the Liberal Party to take over from the failed, miserable creature that was running the country. And he is thankfully gone. But his policies will be there for generations.
Okay.
Growing up in Canada on a ranch, we never touched or thought about touching Dad's guns. Amen. It's called proper safety and proper child rearing. All right, we got to go to bed.
Yes.
Mark Carney, selected, not elected. Yes. Yeah. And he's terrible, too. Some of the stuff I just heard him say, man.
We're going to bed.
I know, but he's going to ruin that country.
Yes, but that's got nothing to do with us.
Yeah. Okay. It's been a slice. Thank you guys all for joining us. Thank you for your love and support for us. We haven't done a live for a long time, but
Thanks for the questions.
It was nice. Great. It was I really enjoyed it. There was a lot of chatting going on.
Yeah,
it was good.
It was very
Great questions.
Today.
And we couldn't do everything we did
But
without
we had a
you
huge
guys.
list of questions to answer.
Yeah,
We
we got
didn't
to
even
those.
get to them.
So maybe we'll have to do another live. So anyway, awesome guys. We'll catch you guys all on another one. Lots of great videos coming up this week. Don't forget to check those out. And we will see you soon. God bless you. Have a good night.